it's not we don't fit into, we don't plug into the system. All performers don't plug into the system in the way that sort of the health system is designed. And so we're kind of living on this fringe where it's like, they say the show must go on, and there's that sort of old adage that kind of sort of stays with the theater, stays with the performance space, where people push through a lot of pain and a lot of trauma, I think, in order to present their art. My name is Andy Milne. I'm a pianist composer, originally from Canada, but I've been residing in the United States for many years. Just won my first Juno last night. Pretty stoked. Well, I've had a series of issues with my lower back that I assumed were all related to a lot of sitting. So these sorts of things you don't necessarily maybe notice in one instance. You start doing something and you get accustomed to your arrangement and you keep doing it. And the problems are kind of accumulative. I'm looking at it from the point of view of also just in terms of not just musicians, because like everybody now has a smart device that they're staring at. When I get on the subway in the morning in New York or something, everyone's looking down. And I've now been doing some physical therapy, and I notice a lot of the conversations with the physical therapist around changing posture. The ideal posture for reading something from your phone is actually right in front of you, because the angle in which people are doing this, they're basically retraining their vertebrae to sort of do something that's not natural and not healthy. Apparently, I think 18% of our body weight is in our head. So to not hold it upright is actually, doing a real disservice to your whole spinal system. The big advice I have is like for younger musicians, it's like, don't wait till it catches up. Like the better you could establish like a constitutional rhythm in your life for diet and exercise, the easier it is to maintain. It's hard to start something later when you've kind of gotten accustomed to living a certain way. And when you're young, you feel like you're invincible and everything is, you can kind of go on like that forever until you get a wake-up call. And you have to sort of like think about the fact that that's, it's the wake-up call is sort of there to save your life, but there's no reason to not sort of look for ways to optimize your creativity and optimize your output as a human being, and so being a healthy person. Well, the advice I give to the younger musicians, just generally about this kind of overall wellness and the idea of burnout, and it's probably mostly to do with sometimes being easy on yourself, or intervallically easy on yourself. Sometimes you have to be realistic and give yourself a break. Sometimes you have to be hard on yourself and push, but to never have any kind of oscillation between those two states, I think, is dangerous, because if you're just always giving yourself a break, then you're probably never going to push yourself and develop. But so not pushing yourself enough, then you're not developing. But pushing yourself to the point, and that could be even within like one day or 1 week or like a whole season, where you're sort of setting realistic goals. I think it's important to be mindful about saying, okay, yeah, these next 2 hours I'm going to push myself to get this done. But then I have to go easy on myself and find a window for just exhaling, a window for taking a quick walk, I love being able to take a quick walk from my work, because sometimes that's when I come up with stuff.